Welcome to the Unknown Podcast with Chris Bloom, Ubong, and Mario Thompson. Enjoy.
So, Chris, how was your own weekend?
My weekend was alright. It's cold here now, so
Yeah, it's pretty much we're getting into that season. Like it's pretty
so
cool. It's not really. It's pretty cold. We're getting to that point.
hey, we're sleeping fully clothed on that duvet and all that stuff. The heater is not even doing much, so
Yeah.
so it's all good though. It was a nice weekend. It was chill. It was lots of games to watch. PS5 to play. It was just a break from the hectic week I had because I had classes and stuff, during the weekday. So,
Okay.
so yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty good. It was pretty much like a quiet week out, a quiet weekend because there was not much football or soccer, and even if there was,
Because of the international break.
yeah,
Normally, I don't like international break. I don't like the friendly games and the qualifiers. I only like the main thing, the main event. For example, let's say the Euros, the World Cup. Yes, I love those, but the qualifiers and friendly games, I don't really like them.
I think it's the same approach Nigerian football players take when they play these qualifiers or this friendly games. They don't like it too, apparently, because their approach to the game, doesn't smell of a professional player. But one thing they fail to understand is that people are using these games, to evaluate countries and rankings, and so it's important for us to show up in friendly games, qualifiers, and whatnot because it counts. It counts. The entire these two games that we've seen from the Nigerian team has been very, very poor, compared to what we expect from them, given the quality of players we have on that pitch. Today's game was the same thing. I don't know what we have to do to that goalkeeper position, though. It needs urgent.
He's the
It needs
same guy that was saving.
urgent.
I forgot his club's name. That guy that was saving Ronaldo's ball in the Europa League.
Yeah,
He was saving, and we were like, oh, this guy, he's good.
I think Greece now, yeah. What's the name of the club again? But that's probably one of 100 performances.
I think.
We probably need to get Ezinwa back.
Yeah, we had, yes.
we're not going back to that era. It's
So,
past.
we had another keeper now that we used for the what's it called, Nations Cup.
Ajibade or something. I think that's his
The
name.
fair guy that is
the
is
fair
keeping
guy.
the fair. Yes.
That fine boy. No, now.
Please. Okoye, Maduka Okoye.
Okoye, they do fine, but that's Mr. Nigeria Universe.
The truth of the matter is we're not spoiled for quality options in terms of our goalkeepers at this point in time. Don't really have goalkeepers. I think the only thing we're spoiled for option right now in the Super Eagles is the attack.
attacking front. Yeah.
Just we're spoiled with a lot of attackers. But when you see midfielders were short of creative midfielders, and the goalkeeper is like the worst off. I still don't have confidence in that defense line of Shemi Ajayi and Bassi. Shame is I don't know. We
I
have better
think
defenders
the
than
head
him.
coach is still experimenting as regards that back four.
Because somehow, but you see the three, the guy that plays three, the match, what's his name? That guy has locked down that left back. That left back is his own. He's locked that part down. Then I really
Yes.
would love to see Osai on the right hand side, because yes, Osai is like
There's a player. I can't recall his name. He's playing for Porto. He's a side 3.
that's Saidu. That
Yeah.
is also
So he's
a good
starting to
player.
do
he's also
something.
a very good. He's also a
A
very
good player.
good left back. But right now, with the way that guy, the current guy is playing, I'm not sure. He's locked in that left back position as his own for the time being.
The right back that also played for the Saudi game. The guy is good. He's playing like Dalot.
He's better
He's a
than
little
that.
step overs. He has step overs and try to put it cross in.
He's far better than that lot, I beg. Let's not even go there.
Yeah, he's better than Dalot because Dalot is the most, how will I put it?
Dallas is just fortunate to be playing for
the most
a big
useful
team.
player that is unuseful. Yes.
That's it. So yeah, but I saw the game against Saudi Arabia. But I didn't watch the game today's game with Mozambique, but the game against Saudi Arabia, yeah. There were flashes of brilliance, especially when the game started. You could see a lot of combination and everything just fizzled out till the second half when we conceded and Kelechi Iheanacho came on board and also Moses Simon. Then we started to play very well, increase the tempo, and that's how we got the 2 goals. Then the unfortunate incident of the free kick and the second goal came in. Because Uzor, well, please, there's nothing. People have said a lot about Uzor. There's really, when you see something is, I saw the coach came out, Pesero, saying you have to give confidence. He doesn't see reasons why the fans are on the back of Uzor. Maybe it's not watched previous matches, or he's not seen how much he has cost us previously. But if he goes back in time and he sees why people are on his back, he will know that this is not just a one-off from Uzor. This is like, maybe he just cowers under pressure, or it's just a national team, because we know Nigerians can be unforgiving, especially when it comes to football mistakes and that. But you've made mistakes in the past and your coaches have still brought you in, and it just seems like just one moment, one action in the game, you just lose concentration, you lose focus, and you concede a goal that hurts the team. You could see the way Ndidi was looking at him.
Yeah.
Like, just give me a cane, let me flog this guy, I beg. It felt like that's kind of bombastic side eye.
Most things are things you don't expect a professional player to do. It's why Onana, is receiving the treatments he's receiving, because those errors are it's impossible. It's almost impossible, for a professional player that has gone through the rudiments and everything to put up a performance like that. And talking about the game in itself, I think for me, the game switched up when the changes happened, right? It was flat for me until that point, when Osimhen just walked out, for whatever knock he had at that time. And then it was like, whether you change me or you don't change me, I don't care. He just left. I don't know what that was about. He could have stayed on the beach. Osimhen.
Right, I think
until the change was made.
I think he was injured or something.
Yeah, well, just stay on the pitch. Yeah, just stay on the pitch, just hang in there until your sub is ready, and that happens, and then you go out. And he had us playing one man down for like 3-5 minutes, before that change was made.
Oh, I'm just seeing it now that he'll be out for 4 to 6 weeks.
Look at that.
I think he sustained it because he wasn't even in the match. He wasn't even on the team list today.
Yeah,
and I'm seeing this like it's gonna be out till November, the end of November. Wow,
The injury
that's
was
a
pretty much
that's
strained.
that's gonna be a big blow for Garcia. There's no way back from this.
He's losing his job, so I don't think he would care so much.
All right, so that's about the Super Eagles. We're just looking forward to the African Cup of Nations. I think there's another international break sometime in November before the team reconvenes later in December or January for preparation and the Nations Cup proper. I'm looking forward to the Nations Cup. Like, I really want to see some exciting. What are the new players that Africans are going to be producing aside the ones that we already know who are blazing the trail right now? Who are those who are coming up as well? I'll be looking forward to at this point in time.
Have you seen the group?
Yeah, I've seen the groupings. Like, the groupings for me, like, I actually.
Yeah, go on. I think I can hear you.
Maybe it's not on.
Yeah, you can go on, Thompson. Let's keep it moving. So
I haven't seen the group, but I'll give it a check. But I think the African Cup of Nations, I hope it will be exciting as last year due to the drama and and I hope to see new stars rise from the arches on underdogs. Let me say, for some countries, we know they have good qualities in their ranks, in the likes of Egypt, Senegal, Cameroon. These are the heavyweights. Nigeria, that you expect. I will not call Ghana because I think Ghana, they are not playing. They still lack that teamwork. Although they have players, they have professional players, they have good players in the squad, but I don't think that it's not just clicking for them at the moment. But with the favorites, Nigeria, Senegal, Cameroon, and Egypt, I think these four will be the favorites for the AFCON.
okay, let me take a look at let me run through the groupings.
Yeah.
So in Group A we have Ivory Coast, right? We have Equatorial Guinea, we have Guinea-Bissau, and then we have Nigeria.
That's a tough one.
So
That's a tough
that
one.
group, the favorites we're looking at there would be Nigeria and Ivory Coast.
Yes,
but
but
Equatorial Guinea, you can't
yes,
rule them out.
you can't. The group, you can't write anybody off because these teams, they can hurt you. You see the way Nigeria is playing right now. We conceive goals unnecessarily. So I think we need to work on our defense, our goalkeeper, and our midfield, because the attack, I don't see any issue with the attack. So we should work on that for us to be able to qualify from that group. And the group, it won't be an easy one for Nigeria or Ivory Coast.
So the group,
that's my own prediction.
So for me, Chris.
Yeah.
For me, the groups I think I'm really looking forward to, just looking at the groupings again, that I think they are evenly matched as you see that Group E and Group C. Those are the groups
Group C is actually the group of that.
Yeah, where you have Senegal, Cameroon, Guinea, and Gambia. Obviously, Gambia are the whipping boys of that group.
Yeah.
Unless they spring a surprise, they're the whipping boys. Because why I say Group E is Group E, you have Tunisia, Mali, and perennial underachiever South Africa.
Bafana.
Then you have Namibia. Namibia obviously will be the whipping boys of the group. In that team.
Yeah.
Nigeria and Cote d'Ivoire should make it out from that group. Barring any surprises or any league drama, they should make it out. Egypt and Ghana. But remember that for every Nations Cup, there's always a surprising high flyer that would spring up from one group and march on. So I just look forward to seeing that.
I hope that doesn't come out from the Nigeria's group.
At this point, it could come out from anywhere at any point in time.
I think we can hope for that to happen in Group B, right? Where we have Cape Verde, Egypt, Ghana, Mozambique. So I think Mozambique can cause, some sort of opera.
Upsets. Yeah.
Yeah, and so we might see Ghana move, finish that group and start, third place and get knocked out.
Because whatever happens in Group B, obviously impacts what happens in Group A.
Sure.
So we might just see Nigeria playing either of Ghana or Egypt or Mozambique.
Which group Morocco is in? Which group Morocco?
Morocco is in Group F. You've got Morocco, DR Congo, Zambia, and Tanzania. So Morocco are true. Zambia will probably join them.
Yeah.
But I don't see DR Congo or Tanzania. So these are just what we're saying. These are what we're expecting should happen. I said these are just what we're expecting that should literally happen. But football, anything can happen. So basically, there will be surprises.
Yes, with the show Morocco put on in the World Cup, I think all eyes will be on them. With the show they put on during the World Cup, eyes will be on them.
I think international favorites to win this Cup of Nations will probably be
Morocco,
Senegal, or Morocco.
Yes. Senegal just won 1-0 against Cameroon today. Mane scored the goal. It was a penalty, but they have done. They won Cameroon 1-0. International friendly.
Okay.
So just moving away from Africa, let's go into Europe. So let's talk about one of the goats, because honestly, we have many goats nowadays. Since
I recognize only one though.
Since we're using the word loosely, many goats. Cristiano Ronaldo, guy can't stop scoring, and this night also he scored 2 goals. What's your thought about? We know that for every great player, longevity is key. Regardless of your quality, how you're able to continuously produce this amount of quality at the highest level is actually key. And for Ronaldo, as an attacker, obviously goals counts for him, and as long as he keeps banging in the goals, whether they are tap-ins, whether they are penalties, whether they are easy goals, you're scoring the goals and you just keep counting. You can say he's a tap-in merchant or not. I just feel, what's your take, Chris?
I think he's already suggesting being around, for another 2-3 years, and I see that happening. Especially because this is not to shit on the Saudi Arabia League, but because he's there, the demand is not as high paced as the English league would be, and so his body will probably not be so strained, and so he can probably do 2-3 years, but whether or not he will still be at high peak value or performance, then it's left for us to see. But ultimately, I think he can go another 2-3 years easily and still deliver, because half the time it's not skills as regards a typical striker, taking the ball, taking on defenders, dribbling. It's not that for him anymore, right? His game has faded away from that into just knowing how best to position, into just knowing, how best to get past defenders without too much strain, or bang the ball out of, screamer out of the box and just get the goal, which he has been doing with Al Nassr. So he could easily just continue. I mean, the game against The game against Slovakia was proof of that. He had the opportunity to even score more than that. He could have easily bagged the hat trick in that game, you know. So yeah, he still has the name. So I see no reason why he should stop.
Okay.
Yeah. So Mario, what's
I
your
think
take?
my take is that with this
Mario, are you there?
Bruno Fernandes play for this Portuguese team, you would think this is what is he what he's playing for Manchester United? No. When he's playing in the Portuguese team, he has goals, assists almost every game, and he's undroppable. So you see the likes of Gian Cancelo, Bernardo Silva, João Felix, all these players, they link up with Ronaldo easily. I see Ronaldo even playing until the next World Cup. See him playing until the next World, because he doesn't need to show the world who he is. We already know who he is. So he just needs to position at the right place and the right time to do a tapping, or to have a shot from outside box, or to probably head the ball home, because we all know he's very good in the air. So that's just the quality he has that he still maintains, that I'm happy for him. He doesn't need to start dribbling. No. He's playing he's playing a football I call business football. I just need to get a goal. I see him to play up to 2 to 3 years more in the Portuguese national team.
Okay, so I'll just say, to wrap it up, we all know Ronaldo's fitness level is exceptional. He's been able to maintain his fitness and keeping it going. So let's just see. You guys have said 2 to 3 years. You see him continue playing. Mario said he sees him playing till the next World Cup in 20. That's 20 what? What is the next World Cup, please? 2020 or 2030?
World Cup is supposed to be 4 years now.
Yeah, last one was in 2022, so 2026.
2026. US and Canada.
So 2026.
He was going to play, will be there.
Let's see. Fingers crossed. Let's see if he makes it till then.
And he will also score. Normally, they will have a penalty and he will score.
All right. So what games do we look at the Euro Nations Cup at this point in time? Because we all know there were a lot of games. There were a lot of games.
The key game was the Netherlands-France. I think that was the key game.
To me, that was not a key game, because you already knew what was going to happen. There was no way Netherlands was going to come near France. There was no way. I didn't even see. I didn't know from day one that it was going to end in. It was going to end
the France national team. The France national team has been exceptional for the past 8-9 years. They won the last World Cup. This previous World Cup, they almost won it. If not for some okay, but it's all good. But I see them.
There was no any wuru, I beg. There was no wuru anywhere.
What wuru was involved?
I don't know where Mario sees wuru.
Okay, you didn't see it. Okay, don't worry. You didn't see it.
Well,
they were just favoring Messi to just. They just try to favor Messi for him to get this. That's just it.
Let's define what wuru is, just for the listening pleasure of our listeners.
Oh my God! Come on.
They still don't know what that means.
Okay.
Cheating.
The referee in that game, yes, cheating. Just trying to make sure, by all means, you know what. You don't need to hear it from me. You know what I mean? He wants Messi to just win it. That's just it.
Yes.
Well, that's your own take. That's your take. So
yeah, that's my take.
You're allowed to voice and echo your take about it.
Okay. The France national team have been exceptional for the past 9 to 10 years. You can't take anything from them. I don't see any country stopping them. But we still have some countries who, if they made the likes of Argentina, if they made the likes of Argentina, Spain, I think Spain will also give them a tough time. But they are also playing well, and you not take anything off the Netherlands also. The Netherlands, with the squad they have, they are trying to make their way up. If you look at this Netherlands squad, apart from, let me say, Van Dijk, you won't see any player that I think will be more than 50 to 60 million in the market currently now. Apart from Van Dijk in that team that I know is exceptional. He's a good defender. We look from their defense. Okay, well, let me say they have Nathan Ake, who is doing a good job for a good job for club and country. The goalkeeper, I don't know him. I don't know the club he's playing for. Unlike France, we know where their keeper is playing for. He's playing for Milan, and he's also good. So the Netherlands, I would say they are underdogs, but they are still a good side. On a better day, they can hurt you. They can hurt you. On a better day, they can hurt you. But I hope they have this what we call rising stars. But they have a rising star also. They have Xavi Simons, but he's still young, still trying to fit in the team. Although France is just good, just good. You know who I love most in that team? The French team. Antoine Griezmann.
Griezmann is a hard worker.
You underrate him. The thing is that they underrate Antoine Griezmann. Yes, that is it. But he does things. He works hard. He links up play. He gives assists. He's just exceptional. I
think Portugal stands a very good chance to win the Euros, though. Portugal, they're playing very high level football.
If you have to call favorites, if you have to mention favorites to win the Euros, I think first three Portugal will be there. Because if you call the likes of France, I think Portugal will be next. Because Germany is not doing anything. England, I don't think England can do it.
Why do you feel England cannot do it and you're calling Netherlands?
England. No, I'm not saying Netherlands is going to win it. I'm saying they can go a long way in the tournament.
If Netherlands can go a long way, then England can win.
We all know England after group stage.
Because if you're saying Netherlands can
go long has a bias. That's his home now. So
after group stage, we know what's next for England. If they are to meet a country half of their size, they are dropping down. They are going down. If England is to meet Denmark in a round of 16 game, England will be out.
England would trash Denmark.
England.
Well, as long as England has Harry Maguire as a CB there, you never can say what happens. You know, they might just put up one very amazing performance, as Harry Maguire always does. You know, and that can just have them win the Euros. So,
but Maguire is a total different being when he plays for England.
That's what I'm saying. That was a positive. That was not a negative. Did you hear what I said?
No, yeah, I heard what you said. Like, he's a total being. Just re-echoing what you said, because that guy plays like he's on a different level when he plays for England.
Very high level defender when it's on England shirt.
But sometimes he does some crazy shit on same that England shit.
Breaking news: just as Mario was waxing lyrical about Netherlands, Van Dijk just scored in the 30 minutes of added time.
Yeah, a penalty.
Yeah,
he scored in their previous game too. Yeah.
So Mario, you can put your money on it. Van Dijk to score this weekend. No,
if Liverpool is playing. No, if Liverpool is playing Everton on Saturday.
Yeah, that's a derby.
Mo Salah to score is a must. I'm telling you. Manchester United game against Sheffield. Rasmus to score his first Premier League goal.
So
I'm giving you games to. I'm giving you
Everton has been on
games.
the up now so far.
So
Yeah,
for
yeah.
all of our listeners, Mario is dropping some short
Yes.
ones for you guys that you can take to the bank and bank on.
Just these two. Rasmus to score. Salah to score.
But I'd say whatever you do, stake wisely. Don't stake your house rent. Don't stake your
I
school
think it's about time we get a betting partner and share.
Yeah, we're open. We're open to that. Stake what you can lose. Stake wisely, and don't worry. Mario's got some good gems. So he's dropping the scorers odd for you all.
Scorers odd. Yes, that's nice. Also, the Netherlands. Let's continue about the Netherlands. You know this boy, Xavi Simons. He plays for Leipzig.
Yeah.
He's a baller. I have an interest in the guy. You know, when Man United bought Mason Mount and Liverpool bought Szoboszlai, I was angry because Man United, we don't see players.
It's like we lost you there for a minute, Thompson.
Thompson has disappeared.
They bought Xavi. I'm here. Just the network issue, we all know. I'm here. I said he's doing a nice job.
All right, go ahead.
I said Man United bought Mason Mount and they left Szoboszlai for Liverpool. And Mount is more expensive than Szoboszlai. And we can see the difference between them. And this Xavi Simons, they brought him to replace that Szoboszlai, and he's doing a nice job. You can check his stats on Leipzig. He has goals plus assists to his name. In the German league, not the Netherlands league, he's playing well in the German league, a top league in the world. So I think that guy is also a good player. We should not write them off. I think the Netherlands will go a long way.
Why are we not talking about?
I've echoed my own. I've said I don't know what.
Spalletti and Italy should also put up a good
Italy.
fight.
Yeah. Spalletti under Italy. You know,
Yeah.
Italy is still trying to find their mojo. Since Mancini left, I think they are still struggling to have that teamwork. Although they have the players there, but they are still building. He was there. They had a long game run without long. It was how many game? I can't recall exactly, but they had a long game run up to 20-something games, I think so, without a loss. Then they failed with all those. Yes, with all those.
Mancini is the coach of Saudi Arabia now.
When I was watching
With all
that game, it felt like
Yes.
a United versus City fixture. Like I wanted us to trash Saudi Arabia just because
Of Mancini. Yeah, with all those stats, Italy still failed to qualify for the World Cup. That was just the disaster. They had exceptional players like Federico Barretti. I don't know what Manchester United is doing. We went ahead to buy Anthony, and we have Berardi there. That is not even expensive. Barretti is not expensive now. He's a good player. I watched Napoli times. He's a good player. A good left footer in that matter. So, but we can't write Italy off.
Let's
We
not
can't write it.
dwell too much on this.
Okay.
Yeah, let's move. If you allow Mario will talk about Netherlands from now until tomorrow. Like I said, I still don't know what you're cooking with them. But only
My
time will
players there now. Where Ghost?
only time will tell what you're cooking with them.
Where Ghost is there? Where Ghost is my player.
I missed the penalty now today, so
Yes, the guy just has bad luck for good scoring.
So quickly, let me just run down the scores of the games that have just been completed for the European qualification for Euro 2024. Azerbaijan lost to Austria by 1-0. Netherlands won by 1-0 for beat Greece. Gibraltar, they lost to Republic of Ireland by 0-4. I know Ferguson scored. That's another guy for the next that was tipping for the next big move in the EPL.
Yeah.
Yes.
Iceland won Liechtenstein by 4-0. That was a street win. I think that was second to the biggest victory of the night.
Yes.
Because then Portugal won
5-0.
5-0. Then
All the old goals coming from the first half.
Luxembourg lost to Slovakia 1-0. So that's just the latest scores for the matches for tonight. So let's move to South America. What games? Let's talk about the Argentine game and also the Brazil game. I think those are just friendly matches. Brazil.
It was not friendly. I don't think it was friendly. I think it was qualifiers.
See,
Yes.
thing about that South America, I don't still understand their qualifiers because of
You can run a quick check.
how long their groupings are. Because when you see the way the group is, and you see Argentina playing Brazil while in the thick of things. So for Brazil played 1-1 draw with Venezuela their last game.
Okay.
And just to check, they played 1-1 with Venezuela. My boy scored. Big Gabi. Big ups. The best left centre back in the EPL. Tough. With his full chest. He owns it all.
Yeah, there's no problem. You're not even going to debate that with you right now.
Go on.
because to Big Gabi. So we won that. So they played 1-1. Then Argentina won their game, I think by 1-0.
1-0. Yes.
Yeah, 1-0. So that's for that. So it's just typical what we expected. Nothing.
No, it's what we expected, but of late, this Brazil team, they are coming off short. I don't really know what's their problem. They're coming off short. They are failing to kill games on time.
Just what I said, we expected Brazil to see off their game, win their games, not to go and concede late on. I take that back because I actually expected them to win that game. I saw a part of the game. I didn't watch the full game because obviously it was in the wee hours. But I saw a part of the game when they were leading. I slept up, and when I woke up, I checked the scores. I'm like, wait, what happened there? I saw that it was 1-1. I'm like, okay. Because I actually expected them to see off the game and just win it, but that's football.
They have the calibers of players. I don't really know. They still need to find their mojo. Okay, let's move on.
That's what they need to do. And Argentines, they did the game. And have you guys seen the stats about Martinez or about Brazil, about the numbers of goals they've conceded in 50 games?
How many?
I think it's either one or something. I just need to check that fact again. Numbers of goals Brazil have conceded. Because I actually think it's not much. But I'll check it just
in 50 games.
Yeah, in 50 games. So it's either they've lost one game in 50 games or something. But it's one crazy stat. I'll check that up just to find out what it is.
Let's move on.
What it is. So moving straight up. Yeah, so let's talk about this one. Is a big one. What do you guys think? I know you guys are longing for Arab money.
Yes.
I think you're longing for Arab money so that you can spend indiscriminately. Well,
Are we going there yet?
you say what?
Yes, we are there.
Yeah,
We are there already.
yeah, there
I
already.
had to stretch for this one.
Okay, Chris, just do the thing. You have the floor, please. Tell us what you think about the move. So I want you to pick out some points. So why did you think Blazers refused to sell to the Qatar guys? And what do you think this makes for United going forward with Ratcliffe coming in?
So I've got two theories, right?
Yeah.
The first one is they never wanted to sell, right? These guys are criminal businessmen that they were looking to push the club's evaluation, right?
Yeah.
They were looking to push the valuation
True.
way more than it was, right? And we saw how they did that, dragged the whole thing for close to a year now. And secondly, from the very get-go, when I heard the Qatars were in the running for the bid and all, I wasn't sure that was going to happen.
Why?
So Manchester United is a statement club, right, for the entire English tradition, right?
Yes.
It's like that's legacy club, yeah, for England. And so putting it in the hands of the Arabs, I didn't see that happening, right?
Yes.
I didn't see that happening from the very beginning. So it's our best option. It was an amazing deal. The proposal they gave was amazing.
It was a debt-free
yeah,
deal. Like
it was twice our valuation. It was debt. They're going to clear our debt. They're going to put out 1.5 billion, for a new stadium and facilities. That was going to, put us back into that space as a high-level club.
One reason why you need to suspect these Qatar guys because of this kind of crazy offer. Like, it looks like it was too good to be true, but it's actually what it is.
I think they wanted to just see it through, right? So it didn't start. It wasn't this initially, right? It was due to the whole stalling from Glazers, and they started increasing their bid until they got to this point, right? Which was literally close to 8 billion. And now they've gotten to this point, and the Glazers are saying, no, you're still rejecting it. What do they want? Nothing. They didn't want to sell. They just wanted to push the valuation, right? Bring in a minority shareholder, which Ratcliffe would become, and then take the splurge. They're going to take the splurge and share it amongst themselves. They're not going to put that money back into the club, right?
Yeah.
Old Trafford is leaking, right? If it rains, it pours on everybody there.
Old Trafford is leaking.
It's leaking. When I talked about our facilities not being up to par with that of top other clubs like Real Madrid, and everybody is saying the same thing. Elanga said the same thing. The facilities in United are not much different from that of Nottingham Forest. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that comparison would be made?
Mado.
I think Charlie Savage said the same thing about is it Birmingham and United having the same facilities, and so it's not much of a change for him. It's deafening to hear such analysis. How? Now we're seeing almost all our players, all our starting 11, and even bench players getting injured. And now they want to put in. Did you hear that? I don't know if any of you heard that recent news they are looking to investigate the cause of that now. They didn't think it was weird, it was strange all along. Like, they didn't think it was strange. They didn't think it was worthy of being investigated all along. And now they deem it fit to want to investigate why.
Well, yeah. So I hear what you said, and I pretty much share in the same sentiment. So what I feel is United is a traditional team. It's a traditional team with history. United is not just like any team that you can just wake up and sell to anybody. So, and most people also share this sentiment that was why that Qatar deal was never going to go through, because you're not just going to pick a traditional team, a big team like United. It's more or less like saying you want to sell Real Madrid to Qatar guys.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to do that, because these guys, their tradition actually outlive the money. Forget about the money. It's actually a traditional team that, so they're just gonna take the club and put it in the hands of people, the Qatar guys. Manchester United is not Man City.
Exactly.
That's regardless of what Man City have done recently. They will never be Manchester United. That history can,
no matter the amount of
you can't buy that history. You can't
it will never be.
So that's why I felt from day one they were never going to sell. They were just using it to just increase the valuation, take it up. I told you then that they were not going to sell. They were just going to use United all of this sale and not selling to build up the valuation before they would even take it off.
It's hurting the club. Like, it's hurting the club on the pitch and even off the pitch.
Because if you look at the crazy money that they're throwing around, I tell you, any club would literally jump at that and get it sold. Any club, like that kind of money, clearing all of your debts and giving you money to invest back in the team, man. It looks like every club's dream. But for United, it was never gonna pull through. Nobody was gonna cash in on that.
They're going to invest 1.5 billion in a new stadium and buying players. No player would be above United.
You just need to.
Would have gotten any player with the title.
You just need to be like amorize your books like Chelsea to ensure that you beat.
It would be like point and kill.
Just need to do amorization so you can beat financial fair play, but everything is literally going to be easy for you. Like it is going to be easy.
It's terrible we missed out on that. It's terrible we missed out on that.
That's it. So that's my point about Thompson. What do you think? Or do you have a contrary theory about this?
We can't hear you. Can you check?
I think this quarter. You can hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think with the tradition and the culture of Manchester United, these Qatar guys won't fit that history. Although the money is crazy, and we all know that with good money you can get good players. Yes, and the new stadium and every other thing and clearing the debt is also a good idea, but I think the club should remain with the people they have. But I think the Glazers should just sell the club. Even if they are selling the club to, what's his name, Jim Watts, Ratcliffe, they should sell it to him. I think it's high time the Glazers leave Manchester.
Doesn't have the money for that.
Yeah. That's you can't buy it. You can't buy it. You can't buy it outright.
I think it's high time the Glazers go out, because the Glazers, they are just sharing the spot. Manchester United is a club that even if they don't win anything any season, we are not going to go broke, because we generate revenue from the fans. We generate revenue from the ticket is exceptional. Even the pandemic affected a lot of teams, but it didn't affect Man United. Why is that? The fan base and The supporters, they are exceptional guys. They spend money in the club. That's why you see them day in, day out. They are they are making their voices heard. Glazers out, Glazers out. So I feel the Glazers should just. There was a guy that was also bidding, a businessman from Finland. He was also proposing, I think it was there, he was proposing 5 billion, I think so, before he now pulled out of the race. The Glazers caused this. They don't want to sell the club. That's why they are partnering with this guy to buy 25% or 30% of the club. They don't want to sell. Man United is a business for them. It's not that they like Man United to supply Man United what they want. Man United is just a business for the Glazers.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay, so we all have a consensus about Glazers. Glazers are not going. Newsflash, they're not going to sell at this point in time. They'll probably just get Ratcliffe money, reinvest some of that in the squad.
Yes.
And let's see where.
Prepare that in the squad. I don't even think that's going to happen.
Let's see if they actually do. So yeah, quick one. Italian league. Antonio Conte has been speaking. So Antonio Conte, so he's giving the vibe. I think he had some interview earlier that was released. He said he's out now. He's been taking time out, and he wants to come back and win everything. When coaches are
as he normally does.
When coaches are dropping words like that, you know there's about to be like a vacant position.
No, I like.
And we all know
Antonio Conte.
And we all know the worst kept secret, which is the Napoli job.
Yeah. I love Antonio Conte, his personality, how will I put it, his fire, his desire for the game. Yes, if you watch it teams, whenever a team scores, his celebration and everything, know that this man has passion for the game. And I also think this Napoli team will fit him because of those players. He will put a new mindset on those players, especially Osimhen. I think with Antonio Conte, Osimhen will become a beast. Will become a beast. You know, he likes black players also. And currently, Napoli team, the Kvaratskhelia of last season is not the Kvaratskhelia of this season. He hardly passed the ball. I don't know what's wrong with that guy. I don't know if it's only me that is seeing it or you guys are not seeing it.
So I think he has not gotten to read him, you know.
Yes, we all know Rashford also has not gotten to read him. But there are some occasions you just have to pass the ball for your teammate. That's what it's called, teamwork. We win, we get the 3 points. We are all happy. You don't have to score for everything to go well. We just need to win. That's just it. It's just sometimes you just have to pass the ball. And the player Napoli is criticizing is Anguissa. I don't see that guy playing wrong because the team is not just working for the team. It's not just working for Napoli as a whole. Not just they will point fingers to Anguissa that his game has dropped. His game level has dropped. If his game level has dropped, what about Lobotka? What about
it's
not only about Anguissa. Even their defense, I think they didn't get a good replacement for Kim because they sold Kim. Yes, Jesus is old. He's old. He's old. If you watch Kim is always calm on the ball. He's calm, and his passes, they are accurate. He's not that kind of defender that is scared. Whenever you come close to Kim, you watch, he's calm and he gives a good pass to his player. So they should just try and finding the right players. Their side to Di Lorenzo is doing a good job. Their side three is not the issue. Their keeper, they need another central back, a good central back also. That's all.
Okay.
So I think it still falls on the decks of Rudy Garcia. You know, I don't think he has put up a strong team, you know, for the season. I don't think he has come up with the best playing style, that fits into that Napoli squad. I don't think he has used his two key players as well as he ought to, and so that's the reason why his job is at stake at this point. I think Napoli had made contact with Antonio Conte, and so while they're having initial communication, I think Conte has talked about wanting to, like you said, wanting to just stay with family and just, but if he's coming back, he's going to come back to a team that wants to win and all that. And he might not be swayed enough to take the Napoli job. I don't know why I have that feeling that he might not want that.
Why? That's like the only big available job right now.
Well, right now he wants to stay with family. He has talked about it repeatedly, and Conte would not be someone who would just spew things out for propaganda or probably see how the market or the leagues react to things he says. So I feel like he probably would want to take that 1 year off. And so in 1 year time from now, things can change. Definitely, managers are losing their jobs every day now. So, things can change. And he probably would just be swayed by another team. But right now, he's their priority. So hopefully they can make him an offer he can't refuse and get him to sign that shit.
Yeah. Hopefully.
So what's your thoughts, Ubong?
For me, Conte is just, when they say the crown prince.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about Conte. Conte is like the crown prince, so he's just waiting on the sideline. So the day they decide to kick Garcia out, the next day, depending on what time of the day Garcia is sacked, Conte would be the one to take over from him, because Italians, they recycle manager a lot.
Yes.
So I'm tipping Conte, because appointing Garcia in the first place was an error from day one. Like for Napoli, I knew it was going to be difficult to replace Spalletti because of what he has done with the Napoli team, winning a major title in God knows how many years, and the man decides to leave after all he has seen with the Napoli Ultras and everything. So I just feel Conte would be like that person. Conte is not really a project kind of person. He's somebody who just comes in, does the job, get you a title, and then leaves. Yeah. So he doesn't. So that I feel Conte is my option. Tipping. I don't see Rudy Garcia staying on as Napoli coach to the end of the year. I don't see that happening unless a miracle happens.
I don't even think they can take that risk and wait to the end of the year.
That's it. They can decide to just wait and say, let's wait till the end of the year and sack him and let Conte begin at the turn of the new year. But I don't see that happening. So I'm just gonna move straight to the last thing. So we're just gonna think we've crossed the 1 hour mark. I'm just gonna look at the what's this list again? The Golden Boy list.
Yeah.
I want
Rasmus.
Is Rasmus on that list?
Rasmus it's not going to near top 5.
Yeah, we all know that. We all know. Yes.
I'm not sure.
Gavi. I think Gavi, Birmingham.
Gavi's not there.
Gavi's not there.
No, Gavi won.
Okay, yes, Gavi won the last one. Is Birmingham Abi? Birmingham and who?
So I feel it's going to be Jude.
It's gonna be Jude.
Jude is
They
gonna
can't
be.
deny him. They can't.
I feel it's between.
Actually,
I feel it's between Jude, Jamal, Musiala.
I think they'll give it to
I
Jamal
just
Musiala. Musiala has a better. He has a better. So they won't consider just this
This
season. I don't think.
season.
yeah, obviously
Yes.
Yeah, and if they do that, they consider the previous season, and then it has to be Musiala.
Musiala, yeah, because he's been consistent. Like he's been consistently consistent all the season. He's really been churning out performances after performances.
Yeah.
I don't
For
see-
me also. For me, I will pick Musiala because he gave Bayern the
Yeah, the
lead
title.
as of last season also when they called on him during the 9 minutes and he performed, because these things they know the winner already. They are not judging from this season. I think it's from last season, the performance of last season that they are judging from. I think
but
they are not judging
give it
from
to-
this season.
You give it to European media pushing UK media,
an agenda.
pushing an agenda, and you're seeing them talking about Bellingham being the betting favorite or the fans favorite, and that.
It's not even
That's
like-
not true.
If you also consider the Spanish media too, because that's how they've been able to launder the images of these Spanish boys. Like every year, come back to back, they've been winning the
Yeah.
Golden Ball.
I feel like last year, Musiala would have won that too over Gavi, but he
Yeah.
didn't. He didn't, and this year it's definitely not passing by. Jude will not clinch that. Probably second on the list.
Well, let's see what happens. You never can tell with these guys, these award guys, and how they
Please,
go
can
about
can you go through the list for me? The list. Let me say first. Just go through the list. Is my boy there? Xavi Simons.
Yeah.
Okay, so we
Yeah.
we
please go
have
ahead.
Bellingham,
Yeah.
Jamal Musiala, Xavi
Yeah.
Simons, Pablo Gavi, Alejandro Balde, Florian Wirtz, Benjamin Sesko,
Yo, Sesko.
Giorgio Scalvini, Rasmus Højlund, Levi Colwill. I don't know why they added them Colwill, but no one.
Yeah. If they have to add, yes, it's true. If they have to add Kobe, why didn't they add Ferguson?
Ferguson is there.
Ferguson is there.
Okay.
Yeah. We have Milos Kerkez. We have Otto Vermeeren. We have Evan Ferguson. We have Lucas Gonan Duarte, Warren Zare, Emire, Usman Diomande, Arno Martinez,
Those ones are
Matthias Bell.
Those guys are the how will I put it, to complete the list.
Yo.
Using them.
Adagula actually made the list. So,
It tells you it's from last season.
yeah.
Yeah.
Rico Lewis, actually.
Okay.
Who would have thought, eh?
What about-
Alvarez?
There's no Julian Alvarez.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, he's off the age or what?
Alvarez, okay.
Alvarez is off now.
He's off the age. Okay.
So it's
Nice.
actually a 100-man list.
No,
Yeah, it's long, but
I think they've cut it down.
Yeah. I already called out
favorites.
Yeah. So
you just have two favorites. It's either Birmingham or Musiala.
Well, from
There
other
is no either in this. It's Musiala. What did Bellingham do with Dortmund last season?
You can't say never. It's like football.
It
It's
took
a
them-
90
That's
minutes
the
thing.
thing,
It took them to
Yeah,
the
so that's
last
the
day of
thing
the
with-
season.
That's the thing with these things.
Yes, it's a 90-minute thing. Yes.
You have laid down criteria, right? It's not up for speculation. You have laid down criteria.
Okay.
Then you now consider
Yeah,
your
I have a-
criteria. Say,
I have a question to ask Chris. The year
Mhm.
Modric won Ballon d'Or,
that's what we are saying. We're saying the same thing. So we're
Yes.
saying there should not be any room for all of that, right? It should be based on records. It should be based on your performance, and not some. We know who had the better performance last season, Musiala and Bellingham. We know it's Musiala, right? Bellingham is having a great season so far, but because of that newness, because of this current performance of Bellingham, he's now seen as favourite. But it shouldn't be so. It's just been 10 games, right? Musiala had a great run last season, and so that's his award. It's not even debatable. That's not shitting on Bellingham and what he has achieved so far this season. It's been amazing, but it's not in contention. It's not in the what's it called? It's not in the span, the date range they're considering. Whatever he's doing this season is not in that range, and so it shouldn't be factored in based off his recent performances.
Okay. Let's watch and see. You never can say.
Like I said, fingers crossed. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, I remember, what was it called? The year that Messi won the world best, that they didn't give Schneider. I was like, oh my God, what's this? The guy played everything he has to play. He won the Champions League that year. He played the World Cup finals for Netherlands. He was exceptional that year, and they still gave it to Messi.
This things happened.
You can see. Okay, let's watch and see. As we all know, it's football. It's 90 minutes. Never say never. Yeah.
All right, I think we've come to the end of this episode. It's been amazing as always. I'll see you guys on the next one.
Yeah, just keep listening, keep sharing.
Yeah.
If you have your comments, questions, please just let us know.
Yeah.
And we'll try and take note of the feedback.
My tips, listeners, watch out for my tips for weekend.
Yeah, we're gonna cover the special segment of the podcast.
Rasmus and Salah.
That will be dedicated to just Mario and his tips. Mario's odds. He tagged Mario's
the octopus.
Chris can testify now.
I don't know about that.
So Chris,
okay.
You can testify.
So Chris, you've been moving like this.
He gave me something, and
And he came
I must confess, it was a lot of red everywhere. Well, a lot of green also.
So don't worry, we'll cover that session for Mario on the podcast, where it's gonna be odds and people could stake responsibly on it. All right, guys.
Please.
All right,
guys.
Thank you.
Have a good weekend.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye, guys.